Hello, and welcome back to another unboxing and review of another technology device. Today I just picked up, got in the mail, the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra 5G here. And if you remember, I did the Samsung Galaxy S9, which I have right over here. I did that 2 years ago, and I'll put that up in one of the corners up there with a poll, so you guys can go watch that. But that video did very well. And that surprised me. Not usually what I do, but I was happy it did. So I figured, well, I'll do another one here, and we'll see what happens here. I got this in the mail today, and I picked it up at the store, and I believe it was like 1100 or something. Now there was 2 extra models, but the guy when I bought it, he said that there's a couple different models. The storage is different. It doesn't have an SD card. So there's like every $100 it goes up, it doubles like in storage. But I don't usually, there's a lot of storage, so I didn't figure that'd be a problem. So, anyways, let's open it up and see what it looks like inside. Alright, now I got the camera set up differently so we can take a look at what's inside. This camera angle is very close, so I do apologize for that, but I guess you guys get a nice close look. Anyways, so we take up the cover. And this is another one of those like magnetic covers. I don't know how well you can see it, but right there's a magnet that runs all the way around. And I believe there's a magnet down along the bottom there. But it's like difficult to put back on because the magnet wants to stick. It doesn't want to slide on. See, like, I don't know. It sticks like that. But anyways, that would be the box. Who really cares about the box, right? And then you get this little card on top. It just literally says Samsung, and it's just a cover on the phone. Then we got the phone itself. Now, what really surprised me with this, look, there I am. Look at that. Was how big this screen is. Now, this has a 6.8 screen size, and it weighs 8.08 ounces. This phone weighs over half a pound. This is by far the heaviest and biggest screen size phone I ever had. But as most people I know at work and at school and stuff, I tend to watch a lot of YouTube and Netflix and stuff, and I figured this would be a great one for that. But anyways, let's take it out and look at the back, because the back is what I looked at when I first got it. Really surprised me. I don't really know what that is. Don't know if I should show that, so I won't. But it has 5 cameras. Now, I know a lot of the iPhones, like everyone was like making fun of them for having so many cameras. And in my personal opinion, all these cameras look very stupid on the back. I understand they serve a purpose, and I probably will in the future greatly appreciate all those cameras for all the abilities they will allow me to have with making videos. But as for the current time, it looks very stupid to me. And it's raised up. I don't know if you can see that, but it's raised up on there, which I'm not a big fan of. I know my last phone, I used it without a case for almost the entire time. And this would get very annoying in the pocket, and I believe the case flattens it out, which I did buy a case, so we'll compare that here in a minute. But the front, it is very big. I will turn it on here in a second. I've never turned it on, and I really haven't looked at the bottom there. This thing kind of just comes as a cover. Looks like the standard USB-C port that's now on all the Samsungs. There's the speaker. Don't really know a lot about that. And right here is what I assume to be where you put in an SD card. But as I said, the guy at the store, the employee, when he was selling me the phone, told me that it did not have a place for that. I know the other ones have it at the top, but to me, that is what that is. We'll take a look at that in a minute, but I'm pretty sure he lied to me. And up top of there are these 2 little dots. I assume those are for audio. I don't know if it's going to focus. But yeah, right there you can see those 2 holes at the top. I assume those are for audio, but this phone is listed as the most water resistant phone. Obviously you can't like submerge it in the water, but I know my other one, like, it doesn't want to charge, like if it gets wet or something, or it's raining, and it just says, like, it just freaks out that it says water's in the port, and it's very annoying. But let's power it on here. I assume that's the power button there on the side, like most Samsungs. And let's see what this looks like for the first time. I'm very interested to see the differences here. Now I will go over the differences between the 21 plus 5G and the 21 5G here at the end, because I know not everyone cares all about that stuff, and I'm personally one of them that doesn't really care about the stats of the phone. So we will do that. Let me get through this stuff. Alright, so I probably just spent the last 10 to 15 minutes transferring everything over. And with their AT&T QR code thing, it was very easy and very fast. I selected not to transfer over my old messages in my photos and videos just because they don't serve me a lot of purpose. Anyways, I didn't have a lot. I did put face recognition on this. So we'll test that out and see if it works here. Oh, it did. Look at that. It unlocked. But what I was going to say is that even though this is a much bigger and heavier phone, it really doesn't feel that heavy. I can still do it all just fine with one hand. As you can see, this is brand new. Didn't really transfer. Well, it says that it's still like transferring all my stuff over, my contacts and all that stuff, even though it said it finished. Because I had my friends text my phone here to see if the messages came through, and as of now I have absolutely nothing. Not even, oh, my contacts are here, they're all there. Okay, well, that's interesting, I guess, but I don't know. Let's try something here. So, oop, didn't mean to hit that. I sent them, and it just says unable to send them at this time. Like, I don't have service. But I don't know. I still have access to everything on my old phone. Other than that, it works like just about all the other Samsungs. It's definitely faster than my old one, for sure. But as over time, I know the company's just slow them down just so people buy the new ones. But I did get a case here, so let's put that on and see what that looks like. I know I definitely, this was a $45 case, and it says Microban on there, and I know they're the people that did the things at the Super Bowl, but it was a $45 case for a clear case. A clear case was $45. Let's put it on, and we'll see if the camera looks better that I was talking about earlier. Oop. Data transfer complete. Oh, okay. Alright, just pop the case on. Ooh, why is that? Is it like, feels like it doesn't line up right. I was never a big fan of cases, that they were always like bulky and they always got in the way. Why is that button not working? I guess it is now. Just felt like it wasn't working before. And the face recognition, that works. It works very well, actually. I'll give it that. Alright, so now after we played around with the new phone here and got it set up here for me and all that kind of stuff, now we'll get into some different stuff here. I've got it pulled up over here, and I'm just going to talk about it here. I'll be honest, I don't know a lot of the differences between them. When it says like 12 MPAF, I assume it stands for megapixels. I don't know what the AF stands for. I'm not a really big tech guy. But for those who know, for those who care, you know. Anyways, I believe the 21s were released very recently here soon. I remember seeing an ad for it the first time on TV here the other week, and I knew I was due for an upgrade because my S9 was cracked, and I was just waiting for a new phone to come out that I was interested in. I know there was the 20 and the one before that, the 10, and I think there was an 11 or 2, but I didn't go for any of them. I don't know why. But anyways, they all come in black and white, but there's more colors in the lower models. The regular 5G comes in the rose gold and the white, and then the 5G Plus comes in the white, the black, and the silver. You lose the rose gold there. And then when you get into the Ultra 5G, you lose the silver. I got the black just because I thought the black looked nicer. But if you order them online, in the Ultra 5G and the 5G, you can get some different colors. In the 5G Plus, you can get the red and the rose gold. So you really gain red is the only thing you really gain there. And then in the Ultra 5G, you get brown, black, and silver. I may have taken silver if I knew this was a thing, but I ordered it in the store, and it probably still would have taken the same amount of time. And like I said, one of the main reasons I took the Ultra 5G was because of the screen size. The Ultra 5G has a 6.8 screen size, which is a very large phone for today's standards even. The 5G Plus had 6.7, so very similar there. And there's a $200 price difference between those two, so probably not a big difference going off that just to buy it. And then the regular 5G has a 6.2 screen size. And they all pretty much weigh an ounce more than each other. The 5G weighs 6.03, the 5G Plus weighs 7.13, and then the Ultra 5G weighs 8.08, as I said earlier. Like I said, that's not really a big difference there. Like I said, even though it weighs half a pound, it really doesn't feel like all that heavy of a phone. And then the processor, they all have the same processor, which is an octa-core 2.84 gigahertz CPU. I know for a lot of the guys who build their own PCs and stuff, that means a lot to them. I really don't know what that means. I'm sure some of you do, and you can tell me in the comment section what that does mean, and I'll appreciate that. They all have the same max refresh rate speed of 120 hertz. I don't really know what the 9 was to compare that to. It probably says in there, but I'm not going to check. And then for the camera, the 5G Plus and the 5G have the same camera. They have a 12 MPF AF 0.18, an ultra wide 12 MP, and the telephoto 64 MP. They both have exactly the same, an FHD video recording up to 120 FPS in Pro Video mode, which is pretty good for a phone. I know the iPhones were advertising that they're using them to make movies and stuff, and they do produce very good video quality. I think my S9 did not make all that great of video quality, but this one is supposed to be 5K is what it's supposed to be, which is very good. And the Ultra 5G has a 108 MP laser AF. Like I said, I don't know what that means. I just know it's better than the other ones. It has telephoto 1 10 MP AF, and then telephoto 2 10 MP AF, and ultra wide 12 MP AF. I guess I get wider shots. I really don't know what that means. Same thing up to 120 FPS. The laser autofocus improves focusing at short range and in dark conditions. So it gets better in the dark, I guess. And at shorter distances, the focus is better, which is good. And this has 100 times zoom. And the other ones both, it has 3x10 by 10x. The other ones both have 30 3x, so this one has better zoom. It says capture every detail near and far. So it's supposed to be a higher quality camera at the same distance. And the front camera is a 40 MP. And then on the front cameras on the other two, the the 5G and the 5G Plus are both 10 MP. And then another reason that I picked the Ultra 5G over the other ones, other than the screen size, is its 5,000 megahertz battery. That is quite a good amount. It's supposed to last all day. I know my S9, going to school in the morning at 7 and not getting off work until 9, my phone usually dies somewhere in there, and I gotta plug it in school. Not it dies in school, but it dies. It's gonna die later on, so I charge it earlier. And I know new phones have a longer battery, and if you turn them off at night and charge them in the morning, I know that helps their battery. Except I have a wireless charger, so I just always let mine charge wirelessly because it shuts off when it gets to 100. But the 5G Plus has a 4,800 megahertz battery, and the 5G has a 4,000. I want to say the S9, I want to say it was like 3,800 or something. Obviously these phones are better, but obviously 5,000 is going to almost have a double battery. And the charging, I didn't really look into that, but it's supposed to have like 3.0 charging, fast charging. I'm assuming it's like the same cord and stuff, but I'm assuming, oh, it's like a dual, it's like USB-C on both sides. They didn't give me a brick, I've noticed in here. So I did not receive a brick. I don't understand that. I don't know if they were supposed to or not, but I just find that odd that the phone did not come with a charging brick. Maybe they just assume you have one. In the storage, they're all exactly the same in storage as the base model 128. But like I said earlier, you can go up $100 in price, and you can double in storage in all of them. Then you can go up another $100 if you get the Ultra 5G and receive 512 gigabytes. Like I said, the guy in the store told me that it's because you can't put an SD card in, which this supports his theory. But what the heck is that at the bottom? If I'm mistaken that it's not where the SD card goes, someone should tell me because I really don't know the difference. And this works with the Samsung Pen. The Ultra 5G does, while the Plus and the regular 5G do not. And they all have, the Ultra 5G has the biggest dimensions of it, 2.98 inches by 6.5 inches by 0.35 inches. I really don't know what they're measuring there. Because the screen size is 6.8, and I don't see how it can be 6.5 inches if it's not, you know what I mean? This doesn't make sense to me. Maybe that's just me. The other ones are obviously both smaller. And then it basically just goes over the details here on how what the difference is between them, but I pretty much just covered that. Like I said, the retail price on the Ultra 5G is $1,200 for the lowest 128 gigabyte amount, and then you can go up to $1,249 to get the 256 gigabytes, which I thought it was $100 more. It's what they had it advertised at the store, and I assume it's like $13.99 or something to get the 512 gigabytes, which is a lot. I didn't run out of storage on the S9, and I had a 64 gigabyte card in there, so I really don't know how much of a difference that makes. But yeah, that would be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I probably rambled a little too much there about going into the detail on the phone, but I know that's what most of you came to see, was just the phone itself and what it looks like and how it works and stuff. And overall, I would say it's a pretty good phone. I'll definitely test it out here over the next couple days. And if any of my thoughts change on it, I'll be sure to put it on social media or in the description down below. I'll also link my social medias down below so you can check me out there. And yeah, there's that. The information there, take it as you will. I really don't know what most of it means. I know that this one's better than the other two, camera and battery wise. But other than that, and it's bigger, that's really about the only difference. But you know what to say, bigger's always better. And make sure to drop a sub, drop a like if you enjoyed. Check out my S9 video if you haven't already. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs so I can start making some money off YouTube. And I greatly appreciate that. It only takes a second to like and subscribe. I know everyone says that, but it really does, and you can always change your mind later. As always, stay safe, stay motivated, and have a nice day. Bye.